Armando Bejarano, winner by rear naked choke, first round, 1:59 seconds. Jahan Razavi, winner by rear naked choke, first round, 2:09 seconds. Cortez Ward, winner by split decision. Klein Wong, winner by armbar, 37 seconds, round 1. Chelsea Habish, winner by unanimous decision. John Ortolani, winner by rear naked choke, 3 minutes, 1 second, round 1. Mike Visa, winner by rear naked choke, 1 minute 34 seconds, round 1.
Decision, the blue corner.
Come on, Klein! Get it, Klein! Yeah, Klein!
チェルシー選手勝つの難しいですね。俺強いですね。そして。
Can you explain this like streak that we're on in 2019?
Yeah, I think it's a combination of several things. One is really good, high quality training. Two, particularly at the amateur level, you have to be able to grapple. If you don't know jiu-jitsu and you don't know wrestling, you're not going to win at that level. Making sure the matchup is fair. I'm not going to match one of my students up who's a blue belt with a black belt in jiu-jitsu. That's just, if I'm a black belt, I wouldn't want that match. That black belt shouldn't either. And then if I'm a coach, I want to put my people in positions, not where they have a gimme, but where they have a fair chance to win. I just want a fair fight.
Our fight team, the success is coming from everyone just buying into what we're trying to do here. They're buying into our game plans. They're trusting their coaches, which is the best part, myself included. Trusting the coaches is a big part. If you're always second guessing your coaches, you never know what's right and what's wrong. You start making decisions for yourself, and that's not always right because we get emotional in fights. Things go right, things go wrong. When we're in fights, we're never thinking clearly, right? So if we trust our coaches, we do what we're supposed to do. If you look at the streak of wins that we've had, it's all very fundamental. We've got striking to takedown, to guard passing, to finishes.
I love that, man. I think that it's good, especially for guys who maybe their jiu-jitsu or their ground fighting wasn't their strength, a year ago or 2 years ago, and then we're getting into these MMA fights, and their fucking ground game's good, man, and it works.
Reason I think is good decision making. I see a lot of coaches that go out and completely overmatch their students in their first fight, or maybe throw them out there without enough training time and experience. I like most of my students to at least train for a year to two before they compete. Sometimes if they come from a wrestling background, we can get them out there a little bit faster. The ability to take somebody down and defend takedowns requires a high level of grappling training. If you come into MMA as a striker only, it's going to be a much longer path to develop.
Oh, it was fun, man. I just went and hit him real fast. I wanted to kind of just take it to him and put pressure on him, so I did that. I slipped and got taken down. I didn't get taken down, I slipped, and that kind of woke me up. It's told me to relax because I get hyped up, so it kind of relaxed me. And then he hit me with some strikes. That was nothing serious. I hit him a few times. I rushed him that one time. Bunch of slams, and then just choked him at the end, It was interesting because I usually am an anxiety mess, but this is something I've wanted for so long that I was really relaxing, man. I was just calm. The calmest I've ever been before any competition. Even like the week before with my shoulder hurting, I was kind of like, man, like this is kind of scary. But once it was like that week, I was ready to go. And like face-offs, when we faced off, that was lit the fire. Like instantly, I was ready to go, man. And all nerves were gone. Like I was just ready to fight that moment. Like it was nice.
What did you take away? That was one thing you're like, all right, I'm gonna do better on this.
The one most obvious one is not rushing my shot, because I got my foot kind of kicked out when I rushed for that shot. So that's the main one. The shots are gonna come. I just need to get a hold of that leg. They're gonna come. I kind of want to strike more. Like I felt like, man, I hit that guy so much, and I watched the fight, and I'm like, I threw like 6 punches, but it was good. It was what I needed to do to get the job done. But yeah, I want to definitely work on striking and just staying calm. Everything that I always feel and like try to hold back, I was able to let go. And like I've never celebrated after any win. My coach always told us, act like you've won before. So I never celebrated, but when I won, I started screaming and like, I don't know, it was like the best feeling. It was such a good feeling.
Well deserved, man.
That's it. Good luck next week. Or this week. Oh man.
The way that my fight went was perfect for the team, I think, because it went according to plan. I planned on staying on the feet and striking, not forcing a takedown, but when the takedown showed itself, taking it and then dominating on the ground, passing the guard, dominating position, striking to get my submission. And it went just like that. My opponent knew that I was better on the ground than standing up, but I think he severely underestimated the work that I've been putting in with my coaches at Tampa Muay Thai. And with Rodrigo, and my striking felt really clean, and I think he just severely underestimated what I was going to do on the feet, and I felt like I got better, I got a lot of success in the stand-up exchanges, and then when the clinch happened, the takedown was right there for me.
This person had a striking background, not much of a grappling background, and even though John won on the ground by choke, he looked amazing on his feet. He was picking this guy apart. The reason that he won by choke is because he tired the guy out so much and was beating him on his feet so badly. The striker started to try to clinch John, which led to the takedown and the eventual result of the rear naked choke. Emotionally, for me, it was the most exciting moment I had had as a coach, because we broke down all of his striking patterns. We knew what he liked to throw, how many times a round he throws it, what he throws in the first round versus the third round. We knew off a double jab what was coming. We knew off an overhand right what his most common tactic was next. So John could see every punch coming a mile away. So it was, to see it work and to see the game plan in action, to see him hitting pads with Coach Dato and then going out and executing it in the fight, to see him reading those tendencies that we had laid out beforehand and executing the defense perfectly was just amazing. I was thrilled.
Shawn Lunghi and Jahan are fighting this weekend.
So then there's Jahan, which, in all honesty, Jahan sometimes kind of scares me in like the best way possible.
Jahan is still new, so everything's kind of a little bit of a test for him. But I think they're both ready to go. I think
he's 1-0 in his first fight. He was so happy to be there, so happy just to fight. It was a little creepy, right? So we're in the back. He's like, "You don't understand how happy this makes me. I can't wait. I'm truly excited." He works his butt off in this place. Like a lot of this flooring, the bag racks, and a lot of that stuff was done by Jahan. A lot of the window tinting, he volunteered a lot of his time to come in and work. Even this week, he's cutting weight, so he's completely dehydrated for the fights. And he's still in here last night working on bag racks and floors and kind of stumbling around. I thought he might pass out at some point. He's so tired.
Jahan, I just want to see more stuff come together for him.
Yeah.
Just the game plan that he always does, but have it blend nice and tight.
I'm really excited for him for this fight. This is going to be a test for him. Jahan has 1 fight. This person has 6. So the person he's fighting is 3-3, but I think Jahan is tough enough to handle the experience and weather the storm and get the victory. If I didn't think so, I wouldn't have made the matchup.
Shawn's going to do what he does. His striking's getting crisper. He's going to put the pressure on, and most likely eventually get his takedown and strangle someone again. But hopefully he gets a little more work on his feet.
So Shawn Lunghi, Shawn Babyface Lunghi, he was my first student here, and it gives me so much pride to know that he's now 4-0 in MMA. He's had 4 finishes, 3 of them in the first round. 2 of his opponents left with broken arms, not intentionally on Shawn's part, but it's just, you know, when you're in a bad position, you have to tap in this game or you get hurt. He brings, you know, just a positive attitude to the gym. He brings a lot of work ethic to the gym, and man, like without people like that in this gym and without people like that in my life, you know, I don't know where I'd be, because it makes the gym so much better. You know, it enriches your life to have people like Shawn around you, and to see him be successful on top of that is just icing on the cake.
I knew y'all had something going on. I knew it.
Today is September 11th. My fight date is September 14th.
When's the last time you fought?
February 2018.
Okay, so what have you done between now and then?
Well, all of 2018, I left in May for deployment to Afghanistan. So we were in Bagram. I was able to train while I was over there. Actually, they had we had a really good jiu-jitsu club / school that we started up there, and then the house Muay Thai. So we were able to do some good Muay Thai kickboxing training. So was able to keep my technique as sharp as possible while I was over there, and then come back here and get right back to it, start training, trying to get a fight going. So.
You don't seem like the type of guy who really cares too much about like titles and that kind of stuff, but like what do you feel like? I'm sure there's some excitement that there's like a slightly higher stake to this, but, like, can you describe that?
You don't fight. I don't fight for belts or fucking medals. Like, nobody cares about that stuff. Like, if you're the guy who has a room full of medals and trophies in your house, then whatever, man, that's cool for you. I guess that's not me, man. So the belt is cool, man. I think it's cool to recognize the school. It's cool to recognize the work that we put in, and if we win it going 5-0, that'd be a huge accomplishment. But the belt will be here where it belongs. It won't be at my house. You know what I mean? Like, it'll be here at the school, because it's as much as it's just the 2 guys that get locked in the cage, it is a team sport. This is the group that we have here makes you as good as you can be. So without them, you're just an idiot on the mat rolling around by yourself. So I'm really proud of the guys that have gone on to fight, and to do it the way that they've done it. To go out and turn a guy who's like a leg locking guy into, oh shit, he's blasting a power double and throwing lat drops. Like, that's crazy. That doesn't. He's getting out of his comfort zone, and he's effective when he's doing it. So I think it's cool, man. I love it. This gym is, man, it means a lot to me. This gym is my family. This is where I come to escape the bullshit from the real world, and to just, bullshit and have fun and be me.
All right. Last thing, like, going into the fight, what are you carrying with you? Like, anything, like, any, like, mission other than win the fight? Is there, like, a more, like, abstract concept that you're trying to, like, apply?
I want to step out of my box, man. I know, like a whatever, 90% certainty I could go and take this guy down and win the fight that way.
There's no, like, ego coming off and saying that. Like,
there's no ego there. I feel I'm very confident in my ability to do that. I haven't been able to show what I can do standing in a fight because I haven't allowed myself to do it. I've gone in with a game plan to do it. You start the fight and you just react. Things happen. So I want to go and be able to actually show what I can do in the gym, show it in the fight.
Yeah.
You know. That being said, man, honestly I just want to get through the fight healthy. You know, that's really it. None of it really matters to me, to be honest with you. If I lose, I'm prepared to go in there and get knocked out, and that's cool, man. If I go in there and I knock him out, that's really cool too, you know. But at the end of the day, I still got to go to work on Sunday, so it's all good, man. Yeah, so the guys at in Bagram, man, I couldn't tell you how grateful I was to have those guys, man. The House Muay Thai and Bagram BJJ, man, I thought I was going to lose my mind over there in that country for 10 months, 9 months. And, you know, to be going that time without training, and then to get there and find out that they have like a program going and some solid guys that you can train with.
Like you're not the only guy.
Yeah, I'm not trying to convince Joe Schmo to come roll with me, and then, you know, now I just have white belt training partners.
Yeah.
No, I mean, we had some purple belts and we had a black belt for a while, and it was cool, man. I really appreciated different styles, different schools, to get those guys and to have them be, you know, kind of a stress reliever and a place to escape to while you're overseas. It was priceless, man. So
that's really cool.
I would love to go out there and fight and win and be able to shout those guys out too, you know what I mean? And then obviously this school has grown so fast, man, and to see where this place will be in a year, 2 years is scary.
Yeah, dude.
It's intimidating how big this place is getting, so I'm excited, man.
All right. I want to thank OTB Delight Cafe, helped me out with my meal prep. Flow State Productions for doing all the video work and helping market our gym. That's been a big part of our growth, getting the videos out there. Active Drop is one of the best training pain creams I've used. It's super intense. It's great for high-level athletes. Miracle Detox. I also want to thank all my coaches. Hobson, Rodrigo, the crew at Tampa Muay Thai, and the work Dato's been putting in with me has been phenomenal. And all the guys that I cross-train with. There's been a lot of cross-training. I love cross-training. I think it's huge for getting different looks, and that's been a big part of pushing me ahead.